Have you ever experienced joy guilt? I know that sounds weird, right? How many of us want to feel good? But have you ever sabotaged a moment of joy because you were overwhelmed with shame about it? Hi. On October 7th, my plane touched down in Amman, Jordan, and I couldn't wait to meet the 6 brave women who'd come for a 2-week hiking adventure on one of National Geographic's most epic trails, led by me, because I am a joy whisperer of sorts. I have successfully followed the magical 3-step formula for a joy-filled life. Step 1, admit that you're unhappy and quit your job. Step 2, become an entrepreneur, because we all know that's a guaranteed beeline to joy. And step 3, spend your days inspiring others to follow in your footsteps. For the past few years, I'd considered myself a professional joy seeker as the official hiking maven of my company, She Walks the Walk, leading small groups of women on hiking adventures to the most far-flung places. And 6 weeks ago, after 28 hours of travel, I excitedly deplaned. Something in my bones told me that this adventure would be the most epic one yet. And I was right, but not in the way that I had thought. As I headed to customs and connected my phone to Wi-Fi, it started blowing up. Sam, are you safe? Aren't you canceling the trip? You gotta get out now, girl. There I was, trekking poles, backpack, welcome banner in hand, a kind of proud mother hen eager to greet all my joy-seeking chicks, imagining gorgeous Wadi Rum vistas and unforgettable camel rides. What we hadn't imagined was war breaking out, just 147 kilometers away. War. That word sucked all the joy out of the moment like a vacuum. Anxiety swirled in my head. Could tensions escalate and spill into Jordan? Would I be putting the women in any kind of potential danger? Could we end up stuck here? After some reassurance from the Jordanian Tourism Board, we decided to carry on with our hike. But that's how it began, against a backdrop of a war-torn Middle East. I felt a responsibility to keep spirits high, despite knowing that this trip was no longer about finding joy. Because I was grappling with the unrelenting guilt that asked, joy? How dare we? But we came to Jordan to walk, so oh my God, walk we did. We'd reached Petra after 4 days of sweating buckets. Our Indiana Jones moment felt surreal. But what I won't forget is a moment I shared with an older Bedouin woman. She was selling magnets and other trinkets, but that's not what drew me in. It was her face, all lined and wrinkled like a map, each telling the story of a life that had been hard, but her eyes so soft and kind. She invited me for tea on her carpet, and I swear we had an entire conversation without using any words. Her name was Lafi. One night, we sheltered from a battering storm in our tents. The world outside was seemingly holding its breath, much like we were, praying for a peaceful night. And in the midst of that uncertainty, we heard it. Hee-haw! If you're not sure, that's a donkey. Rahal, our little support donkey, bless him, united the entire camp in laughter. And days later, still deeply conflicted, I skipped a belly dance show to sit in silence on a rock high above our camp. But the music drifted up, so I turned and looked back. Hundreds of candles had been lit in the surrounding caves below, and something glittering caught my attention in the flicker of all that light. A pile of tiny pebbles. I scooped them up. They were like little jewels of joy I had collected on my trip. And I gave each one a name. Lafi, Rahal, our hee-hawing donkey, spontaneous laughter, peaceful candles. Joy was not hard to find. If we aren't careful, our guilt will cast a dark shadow on our happiness. We fear being tone deaf or insensitive to the suffering around us, but joy is not a zero-sum game. Feeling joy in a world burned by pain is an act of courage. It dares us to see the good amidst the chaos, and we become warriors, not armed with weapons, but with gratitude and unwavering determination to have hope. So be a rebel. Collect your pebbles. Name them. And have the audacity to let them shine. Thank you. Thank you.